which started as a way of doing just trajectories for UAVs, and now I have a small side quest of making this like a client-server architecture. So clients, which are basically controllers, can connect to this simulator world in a raylib, and they can like control it. Yeah. So let's see how that looks for now. So what I've added in the last since the last stream is basically the ability to stream. So I have this get state with camera, which is like a new command. Before there were only these ones. And basically, if you have get state with camera, so now every robot, let's talk about that also. The number of dimensions. Okay, so I've added these two items, FPV texture and FPV data, which basically what they want to achieve is have a up-to-date buffer buffer of the current rendered data from the point of view of the first person camera. And why I need that is, so let me show a concrete example. So if I start the server, this is the first person camera, right? And what that variable holds, so this data, I mean both the texture and the data, is the following, is so basically I render this on the screen using begin drawing, this. But before I do this, so begin drawing handles the window. Before I do this render FPV camera, which has another begin, but it's begin texture mode. And begin texture mode in raylib, if you look raylib shit. Begin texture mode, where is it? Begin texture mode. It allows you to render to a texture, which is useful apparently in many cases. I'm not a graphics expert, I'm basically learning, and to be honest, really godsend. Thank you guys that you did this. It's amazing library, an amazing library. So what allows me to do is I can draw the scene from the point of view of the camera. So I use FPV camera here in begin mode 3D, which accepts a camera by the way, and I draw every time this particular frame, regardless of what camera I'm using, I draw it to a texture, and then later I load it from a texture to an image, and I convert it to RGB because it's RGBA, and I don't care about alpha channel, and I just store it. I store it as bytes here, right? So this FPV data frame, this particular thing is the bytes, is basically the image as bytes, as raw bytes of each frame. And what do I do with this? Because it's like waste of memory, so the server now has to also store this frame every time. Of course, it's just the last frame, and it also has a lock here, so yeah, there's only one, there's no race conditions and so on. And I also have this property which allows me to compress it, right? So if I call frame compressed, it allows me to compress it. Now, on the client side, what I did is I added this get state with camera, which gets the current state, which is the position of the drone, the acceleration, the velocity, all of that. And also, I get the compressed version of the data. And what this allows me to do is on the client side, I can run a while true loop, like here. I can say get state with camera at every frame. Okay, I read the packet, I decompress it, because see, I use zlib here, which is part of the standard library, by the way, which is amazing. That I don't have to like import any complicated third-party library just for compression. I can just use zlib, and then I just run numpy from buffer, and what this does is so I decompress the data in bytes, and then I convert the bytes to a NumPy array, and I show the NumPy array to the screen using OpenCV. That means I can connect the client to the server, and I get this nice picture. Of course, by the way, on the server I have this constant, so render to this particular, so the texture has this dimension. Yeah. Why? Because you don't want to send a lot of data over the wire, but this is configurable. So as you can see now, I have this which is rendered in the server side, and I have this other one which is rendered on the client side. By the way, this lag is because I'm streaming, I think, because when I'm not streaming this doesn't happen. But I'm curious why. I think it's because I'm using NVIDIA. I'm afraid to not do that. Either way, as you can see, like it moves as fast as you would expect it to move, which is amazing. Now I'm curious if when that lag spike happens due to streaming. But what this allows me to do is basically I can like have the server somewhere on maybe my Raspberry Pi. I have a Raspberry Pi, so I can maybe move it here, right? And then I can connect to it and I can see it. What's missing is that the ability to move the drone right now is on the server side. I need to move it here, so that means whenever I press W or whatever, I pressed Q and it closed it. 1 second. I think I need to go just exit. Yeah. So whenever I press WASD, so everything I do on this side, I want to actually get packets from the client, and then the server just updates it, so there is no like server level rendering, server level controlling. So everything should be distributed. The server should handle the physics and the display if I want, for like debugging purposes and like serialization of the state of the scene, and basically everything scene related and physics related. The client should control the controlling, obviously. Right now it's a bit mixed, because as you can see, like I've got like keyboard controls, which are useful because it allows me to like draw stuff, and but it's funny because this turned into a client server architecture very naturally from a pure server architecture, and there's something beautiful with that. 1 second. So if I press Y, so I have these things, right? Now there's a problem with, I pressed F6. Oh, because I okay, so I cannot run the, I know what's going on. I need to start this with level 2. I have to start the scene like this. So if I do this, this is a simpler UAV. I can do this. I press U and it does this trajectory thing. And to be honest, I want to do this at client level, because there's like no reason why I shouldn't be able to do this at client level. The server should give me the points, and I should be able to compute the trajectory on the client side and move everything from the server side to the client side, and the client side should own the controller basically, because right now this thing is on the server side. So this is why I tried to move it away, and I think I even have like a bunch of to-dos, right? So on the controller side, if you see, where is it? Controller level 1, controller level 2. Well, this thing should be on the server side. Now the server should give me some information, so I need to pack this information in the protocol between the client and the server. So how do I know that I'm running a mission and so on? But that's stuff to be done. But the first thing I need to do is I want to be able to manually control. So basically do this, and just copy paste all the key stuff from here. Manual key movement, all this stuff. I want to move it on the other side. But there is a problem. The problem is I need to know what type of drone I am, which I can do, right? Because I think I get. Oh, by the way, this is cute. So you can see here the compression, and basically using zlib, instead of me sending like 300 kilobytes, I send like 7 kilobytes. Of course, the scene has no like what do I call it? No details. That's why the compression is so good. But still, just thinking about it, like you can do this with like one line of Python, like without any complication. It just works out of the way. And of course, probably it's the same with any library. You don't have to. But it's amazing how good compression is, like out of the box, without any tuning, without anything, just. And it allows me. And I'm even afraid to try because I would just send like 30 times more data, like 50 times more data, for no reason. And you can see, okay, when there is like some information to store, that's where the compression like gets a bit worse. So here is like 2%, but if you don't like do anything, so let's say around here maybe, this is probably the worst, 3%, 3 point something percent. Three point 16, 3.19, 3.06. If I do this, I'm trying to get, okay, this is 4 point something. I wonder why. Is it because it's on the top? Oh, 4.8. Okay, so I think I found the worst. It's like around here. Trying to get the worst compression based on the rotation. There is a point. Oh, there it is. Oh, is this the worst compression I can have? If I go a bit back, it gets better. Interesting. Okay, but if I go forward, it also gets better. I don't know. There's something cute about it. Anyway. So now if I do this, like the compression gets better. Because if I just do have white, is it 100% compression? No. But it's a cute. Anyway, so I have this compression thing now. So let's see if I can if I can move the controls on the client side as well. So in order to do that, I would need to. So first of all, I have this main loop input, which is get state. By the way, this is how get state with camera. This is all the data that you receive. This is like the raw frame, and this is converted back to NumPy array. So these are just bytes, and I have like the shape here. This is the compressed bytes, by the way, and I can like plot it here. But here I also have the type of the robot. So based on the type of the robot, I should be able to. Do I also get max velocities? I think I get, right? Max velocities. There you go, max velocity. So that means this tells me the current state of the robot, and I need to move the information on the client side based on this. So let's see how I do that. I need some help with how do I do things on I have on the other project some stuff regarding that one. Screen displayer. I have where is the key code, if key, okay, wait key, no key pressed, all events. Oh, okay, cool. So I have this, and then I do that, which is basically that, but I can use OR. So if wait key, I think I have wait key here as well. Don't I? Wait key? Yeah, there you go. So let's maybe how do I do this? Okay, so I print the thing but I also need to I need like a get state at the very beginning. So I need like a client send or get state. Then the receive. Where is the receive? Regular packet. There is a state. Yeah. I mean, finally. How do I do this in a smart way? Maybe like this. I don't like the try catch, it's a bit annoying. The text dot register random. This is good. I can get rid of this is like a default. The text dot string. This feels like a default to me. Have default in Python. That means I can do this because if you throw, no issue because it will call this. And then I guess that's fine. Let's see if that works. I connect again. Where is my oh, because yeah, I think this needs to be like this. It needs to be a callable. Oh no, the problem is yeah, maybe I need an import sys here. Oh, I have argparse already. Parser.add arguments minus modes. Choices equal. Actually, let's add no choices. And I have if mode equals input this. Plot. Mode plot should be part of the other one, but it's fine, it will happen. Minus mode FPV. And does that work? It needs to be a callable for sure. Right, because if I don't do that, it will. No, it's fine. It's a lambda. Yeah. So I can do it like this. Yeah. That's how I do it. But with a lambda, you don't need to do that. All right. I think that's beautiful. Let's see the compression rate. Oh, 1% compression. That's great. Means like 99% is compression efficiency. Now it's a bit slower for some reason. Beautiful compression, by the way. Okay. So I have that. So now let's see how I do it. So interesting. Yeah, maybe I need to do something like this. So I go on the client side and I have this breakpoint here, which is not an issue, by the way. State, unless it crashes my so I have type. I have UAV type equals state type. And the cert UAV type in UAV level 1. Oh, it lags a lot. This one doesn't have any issue. I need to have the server on though. Okay, so I have that crap over there. Yeah, I think I need to get rid of the first person camera on the server. And I only have the top down and the other one. Yeah, because if I want to support like 2 UAVs, for example, each will have its own camera. Yeah, I need to get rid of that. Yeah, so maybe let's add a task for this. Remove the mode in server, and the key controls will control the top down or the world camera based on whichever is active. I need to move, yeah, basically I'm moving this part on the other side. Okay, so I have this information, which is maybe level 1. Okay, maybe type. And I need the velocity thingy, so this is here. Oh, actually no, because I have the max velocity or max acceleration. I have it passed here. Yeah, that's kind of the. I think it's still yeah, it's still simulation level. Like you connect to an existing UAV, you connect to an existing robot, but the robot already has some configuration. You just control it based on whatever it gives you. It's so interesting that you need to always remember who owns what, and this is such a complicated problem. So the thing is like this. Let's create our. Not, I will not do this here. Let's hope OBS reconnects. Will it reconnect? Maybe. Also, I think this needs to be on this side. It needs to be always on top. Okay, it's always on top. Needs to be like here. Alright, because I need to have some sort of a chat over there. Okay, so I have that, and I have max velocity, max acceleration. So I think I need like a way to know which type of drone I am. Yeah, it's max velocity, but the other one has max acceleration. I need to do numpy array, flow 32, else lift max accelerations, because there are two ways of controlling. One is velocity based, one is acceleration based, which is acceleration based is more physically realistic. I'm still working on making it even more physically realistic by adding like forces and all of that to the environment, but right now I'm doing the streaming part. Yeah, so max accelerations, yeah, this is, so this drag coefficient, I don't think this matters on the state. Yeah, I mean, you have it, but you shouldn't care about it. And then what I think I need to do is I do this stuff here. The question is, how the fuck do I do this on the other side? Manual key movement. This needs to be like for move. So I need to do it somehow like this. I have velocities is that. Okay, now this makes it a bit annoying. Not MSS, not MSS. MSS, no fucking clue. Lasky. Yeah, I think I need to do it like this. Move command extends to be escape, by the way. So if Q, let's start with A. Move command 0 plus equals 1. Yeah, basically it needs to be like this. Yeah, basically needs to be like this. Event equals sort. think this is a job for my friend Claude, to be honest. Don't be like that. Yeah, it's amazing that it just doesn't do whatever I'm telling it to do. And then you have move command from access. And I think I need to do something like this. If not all close move command. Wait, no, maybe if move command and to the final send all move how do I need to do this? It needs to be move tuple move commands dot encode, and then I need to do, oh my god, what, something like this, but it needs to, oh my god, it needs to be split. Can I do it with command 0? Oh my god, so I need to do it like this, don't I? Ah, that's fine. Okay, and then I need to okay, and then I need to make sure I get a message back, otherwise I lose that. So I need to receive the packet and just print it, yeah. Just label info received, receive packet. Probably I need to call it SOC. I think it's better. Probably I need to call it SOC everywhere. Okay, that's great. Let's remove this, let's remove this, let's remove the breakpoint here. can blah 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 blah. Let's see. Will that work? I don't know. We'll see. Mode FPV. Alright, cool. So I have that. Look at that. Holy shit, it works. Okay, it's a bit laggy, clearly. Oh, it's laggy because you cannot press on 2 buttons at once. That's one of the reasons why it's laggy. Okay. This works too. I can do that, I can do that. I cannot press on 2 buttons at once, which should have been a nice. But I think I can press on 2 buttons at once if I do what the other guys told me to do. But how do I do that in the while true loop? That's going to be interesting. Such an interesting problem, right? Anyway, so I have this. I think I should start getting rid of the controls on the other side. When I press T, yeah. Escape doesn't work anymore, by the way. And look at that, I send this message, I received an OK. Oh my god, send B move. I mean, yeah. No way I can put that, right? Move. Control input. Otherwise, this gets on a single line, right? Even if I do it like this. I need to rename this. So it's not a move command, it's like move. Nice. Oh, this is amazing. Holy shit. And this works fine because I will move to the other thing once this is done. So I can start getting rid of the oh, it just works. I love it. Of course it's laggy and shit, but you know, it's laggy because of OpenCV, not because of me unable to do the thing. And also sending the data is like text. Probably should send the data as like, you know, not text. Where do I send the data, by the way? Here. If I get a move message, which is this bad boy, how do I convert it? I don't even. I do this. Yeah, so I do this. but it's fine because it's a text-based thing, and it's text-based until it's no longer a text-based thing. Oh my, it's sometimes it's text, sometimes it's binary. Just that's a small problem, right? Alright, so I need to add escape. Or I don't know what the ESC thing is. I think, oh, maybe it's 27. Break. Escape. There we go. It disconnected. Amazing. Alright. I think I need to commit this. What did I change on it? Yeah, it added direct wall, but I can remove that. This makes no sense here. Oh, let's see if it works with UAV level 2. Level 2. It should. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work. It's just I'm a different UAV now. I connect. It's UAV level 2. Should say something like that, right? Yeah, UAV level 2. That means I can press W and Q and shit. Yeah, it doesn't work because the keys are like on the same frame kind of thing. Or on the same thread. I need to like log the key events differently, but I cannot do that. As you can see, like you cannot send two forwards at the same time. That is fine. So what commands do I have left? So I have display trace. Yeah, so handle IO will only, yeah, I need to refactor this. Yeah, there's no more manual key movement. You can only control it from the other side. Maybe I can get rid of this. So this is the first thing I'm getting rid of, I think. Manual key movement is no longer a thing here. Control input and dim though. I think control input and dim should be part of. So you should always need control input and dim. You need to know how to control the drone. So this is a number that's very important, to be honest. Oh my, it always tries to do something with it. Yeah, but it shouldn't, right? Previous pose. Yeah, don't move it unless you get like a move command. So that means I need to do something like control input. Yeah, the pref posting. I don't think I need to do this. It's only here. Move only if you get a command to move, which makes sense. Okay, you parse it here. You send it and then you send back the message. Okay, that's manual. There's no more manual key. Okay, cool. Finally, I'm removing some lines. Oh yeah, so you cannot control the thing anymore. That's interesting. Actually, I don't think most of these things should be here anymore. Let's see how I handle that now. Yeah, so I'm working on this task, which is open task MD. There is no open for this one. It is in progress, right? So I need to remove the key controls. Key controls apply to active camera, but I'm like, add a new task that moves the manual key movement stuff and mission and set tracer to client side. Server side will only have a few keys. Change camera or top down, move camera, and what? Reset? Maybe not even reset. What else do I have here? Oh, loads. Load. Yeah, makes sense because the UAV is still on the scene. And to start simple, so I like this one. I don't know. Active camera type. Yes. to figure out a bunch of things. So if it's FPV, yeah, the client cannot set the camera for sure. Okay, save state, load state. So these ones are useful, I think, to be on both sides. Interesting. This part is interesting. So, what can I do? So this one is for the mission. Yeah, the trace needs to be attached to the robot, I think. I think this should be on both. It should tell me it's both. I don't think it should see the trace though. I think that's the difference. No, the trace debug visualization basically. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't. So, yeah. Hmm. this one I think needs to be. The trace, yeah, the trace is only here. Then the mission stuff. What about the mission stuff? This is a client only. Those are client side. Okay, so if the client sends cmd equals, I don't even know, add vr point, how should I call it? Add vr point. I guess add vr point. How does it say? It's called start mission. Okay. Start mission. Move. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Alright. Save state, low state, reset. Command equals exit. I need to move like the old buttons basically, because now you can move the drone, sure, and you cannot move it from here anymore. You can move it from here, but I need to add trace buttons shit. It's very interesting issue. If I press W a bunch of times and I take my hand, it keeps doing some shit. There's some issue here, I think. I wonder why. What type of drone is this, by the way? It's drone level 2. Somehow it doesn't move. My drone doesn't move because I fucked up something and I realized what. It always needs to move. The drone always needs to move. Not just when I press something. Yeah. The drone always needs to move. That's important, I think. This is where the previous thing mattered, so control input should be not by zeros. Single robot that nothing with endgame, but control input endgame. Should be like that. And there is a if pose equals single drop pose a copy. And I think I need to do if some shit like this, but I think it was a bit different. There's my prev posting. Oh, it's the same. Always move. Check out fuck you. Can be typical data. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, maybe it's stupid. Stream FPV camera, I think we'll get the fuck out of here. Real key movement. Okay, so what I need to do is basically I need to do the followings. I want to refactor this client at some point because reasons. So on handle IO. No, on TCP listener. I need to have like a bunch of things that are new. So basically I need to have add waypoint, right? Add mission. Start. What else do I need to have? Start mission. Okay, so mission add via point. Mission start. Via point. Okay, so I need that and that. Mission start. Okay, now on the client side, I think I need to do the following. If key equals or t I think I need to do some shit like this. If it's not known, I think I have message equals none. Message equals add mission and via point. If key equals orbs y, message equals F here, mission start. Okay. Then I need to do all the other things, blah 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 blah, move vector, like that. Send message think I need a bunch of things. Save state, load state, and reset on the client side. F keys don't come through. No, what? Fuck. I want F keys. Bro, stop recommending me by input. Fuck. Oh my god. Alright, -1, then let's say press that shit. Something I don't like about it. That shit. 38. Oh, the fuck is 38 is. 190, 191, 192, 192. I have that stuff. 190, so it's 190. F1 is 190. Yeah, basically. But no, reset was on R, so good. Basically, yeah. Okay, what's the chance of this working? Let's see. So I have this thing here, I have this thing here, I can press F3. Can move, not that, maybe like that. Now, can press, okay, let's press F1 here. You can press R. Oh, reset. Yeah, I need to do something first. There's no reset. Reset, save state, load state. I'm going to put them here. But there is, oh, there is no reset. And there is no set. Set camera cannot reset from here. By the way. Do that. Set one. I mean, between us, I think it should be 0 here. Sentry set, but it doesn't like it. Okay, I think I need to restart the server. I cannot restart it because I have date time, so I need to do it like this. I need to do it like this. R. Go. Did it work? Alright. That's funky. I press R. Oh my god. I press T. Oh my god. Wait, but T was for trace. Yeah, it was, and then Y and U. But T was for trace. I messed up with the commands. Yeah. This was Y. This was U. And I think if T equals or T. Enable trace or whatever the fuck was toggle trace, display trace. Maybe it's called toggle trace. Toggle trace. I don't know what to do with the trace, to be honest. Oh, the trace is on this side. Yeah. Cannot control it from this side. So I have T. And now I have trace here, which is different, right? I mean T. I cannot control it. Interesting that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. R works, but T doesn't work. Why? No, T works here. Oh yeah. Voila. Connect. Ah, fuck. Cannot do that. Ah, fuck you. Minus H. Because of help? Is it conflict with help? I think so, right? This is help. Yeah. Now maybe I should. Yeah, I think I need to do this. There you go. And there is a trace, there is trace. Nice. Can go on F3 and I should probably see the same shit. Yeah. I need to make sure I don't see the traces. The traces are only for these cameras. How do I do that? Display trace of trash, trace, something with trace positions. Yeah, here I need to check the camera. I should call it FPV mode. If not FPV mode, I think this should work. Let's trace. Oh my god, it doesn't work. I don't understand why. Like it lost something. This works. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just a little different. Okay. Amazing. Okay, cool. So, question is, can I do the following? Press Y, add via point. Maybe remove the trace. Press Y again. Press U. I didn't talk. Oh, because I want the wrong. I need to be the other robot. Fuck. Can I press F6? What kind of robot am I now? I think I'm still a bad robot. Yeah, I mean not bad robot, you know what I mean. Cannot do stuff with this robot. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this type of robot. Okay, press trace. I go. Okay, I shouldn't be able to see the trace, by the way. Let's say press Y. Do I see the trace? No, I don't see the trace. That's nice. I see the points. It's the waypoints. And let's say I go here. Not the save state. Save state. I can do it here, I think. Yeah. Can I do load state? F6. I loaded the state, so I can reset and load state and it works. Okay, and then I press U and it goes through it. Amazing. You saw that? That was a bit weird. Look how it moves on in place. Holy shit. Nice. Escape. I'm still there. so what's missing? That's a good question. What's missing? Oh yeah, nothing is missing anymore. I think I finished the task. Typo. The task is done. Only camera switching, client, yes. I think it's finally time to move to RoboBase. Probably need to rename it. Oh, I think RoboBase is a good name. There was another name that I could have used. It's like Robo, not Link, RoboMux, RoboMux. Now I think I lost a bit of how would I call it, control, but I think it's fine. So the next thing so there's a bunch of things I want to do next actually. One is probably move all of this crap to RoboBase, because RoboBase handles the keyboard a bit better. This part is handled much better. Handled better. And here is not. Okay. So I need to have like a an environment that communicates with the with this thing. And the screen displayer. I think I basically need to move it to RoboBase. This client is fine because it gives me like the minimum stuff, but it's not necessarily. I can go the PyKey input stuff. Okay, how could I use Py inputs? Multiple. Separate movement control on the client side from rendering physics on the server side. Okay, and I think I can remove the branches also from that place, so that's the trajectories. This. Well, let's see what tasks do I have. Okay, so I have a listener. Actually, that doesn't look so bad. It's basically because it's a different thread. Significant progress. Nice. I have 1,000 lines now. I think I need to start losing lines here. Yeah, very nice. Let's copy paste right there. Okay, I think there's one more thing I need to do. Get state on to dict. There's something I'm not doing. Yeah, here. There's one more thing I need to do. Even after type, I think I need to put these things, whatever the fuck they're called. Control input ending. This needs to be, yeah. And truth be told, right, acceleration. That's an interesting one. Huh. Pose. So how is pose? Pose is there. Nice, it's like you run a 0.6Z, isn't it? Call the other ones. So 0.3D. Of this. That's an interesting. Because you do this bad boy. Okay, cool. You have that, you have that, you have that. Okay, and then you have level 2. This bad boy. Velocity, acceleration gets out of here. And to it, you can just copy paste that. Oh my god. Oh, there you go. And copy paste this bad boy here. Drive velocity, max acceleration, max accelerations, max velocity, I'm sorry. Drag coefficient, which is part of level 2. Yeah, I think this is nice. Does this work? Added more. Oh, actually, I didn't add more because it removed stuff. Okay. Does it still work? I think I need to take a break very soon. I will do this one, and I think that's it. Basically, I need to do that, yeah. So I need to use pinput, which is unlike new dependencies, but it is what it is. I mean, I also have OpenCV, right? So and then I think I need to do pressed set. Oh, because that's supposed to be. Oh, actually, it's fine. In the loop, listener. I need to have access to the listener. Yeah, because it's a thread. But that's only for FPV, isn't it? So I need to put it here. Listener open. Put keyboard.listener. Listener. Let's just copy pasta that thing. Pressed, and pressed is what the fuck is this? Alright, fair. What? Oh, sure. Yes. slowly devolving to the same architecture apparently. Alright. So send all blah 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 blah. So okay, if I impressed, so how do I do it now? I need to do this really. Oh, pressed, yeah, who's pressed? I need to reset pressed, don't I? Pressed or discard. I mean, I'm pretty sure I need to do. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, and I need a. Basically, I cannot have this first. If keyboard.key.f5. Is a human input right here. You know why is a human input? Because I didn't take into account that this will overflow. Don't think this will work. 69. Pressed. Alright. Pressed. I need to start the list. This one will start. I need pressed. I think this is pressed dot clear. Unsupported callback. You are an unsupported callback. And this doesn't read the client, it just uses its memory, it never reads, but it needs to read every time when I say blah blah blah, it needs to read. Ah, fuck. Means I have to define this crap here. Fuck. Okay. The chance of this working. So where is my client? It's here. Press W. Does it work? It doesn't fucking work. Cannot press two things at the same time, it's annoying. Oh, it still uses this club. And through this fucking discard thing. Ah. Yeah, I don't understand. This makes no sense because if I press it once, but that means that. Is this stupid? Oh, on release removes it. I forgot about on release. Hold on, on release. Ah, I see. I understand what it does. One adds, one removes, but I need to remove it from here so I don't send it a million times. Right. Okay, so does it this way the start. Will this work? Really? No, it doesn't work. Something broke. Something is broken, but I don't know what. For script, yeah. Something is broken, but I don't know what exactly. Definitely something is broken. Huh? That works smoother, but I cannot see it anymore. Oh, because I don't do see it. I need to do that thing. What was the delay? Remember wiki 1. Okay. That's just amazing. Holy shit, look at it, how smooth it is. I think I can press Y. I cannot press Y. Oh, why can I not press Y? I need to send multiple messages, I think, the way it works right now. Yeah, I just need to send more messages. Okay. Let's do like this. So it needs to be like this. Messages equals block. Okay, and if it's throw like that, I need to message append, and then if I am for messaging messages, basically. Oh, why did I remove that? And that means I probably should be able to do the following. Holy shit, so snappy now. Mission start. Look at that. It kind of fucks with my oh, it's like global. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? It's not on the current window. Ah, it's global. Holy fuck, that means it takes... Huh. I cannot control this window anymore, because this window takes precedence now. I think that's acceptable though, because I will move to robot days, which doesn't have this issue. But it's interesting. I fixed it somehow on the other side, but I think I'm using a thread system over there. I think now I should be able to change the camera at least. Yeah, well, this doesn't really matter. Okay, client side mission controls, mission on, mission blah. I'm curious if I can put the server on my Raspberry Pi, and if I can connect to it. That would be glorious, I think. Okay, this still here. Okay, it's not. I think the target of this is to be below 1,000 lines, but I don't think that's possible, except the robots. Okay, so except the communication side, the robots will live somewhere else. There will be like a robots.py or some shit. But this also should include the map. It definitely should include the map reading ability. So I will win some lines back by basically, how many lines are here? Like from 330 to, it's 100 lines here. I think it's 100 lines, and the robot class also, which is like another 100, I think, yeah, 196 to 73. So it's like almost 200 lines of code, which I can move to a robot module, because the number of robots will grow, and there's nothing I can do about that. And it's good because it's supposed to be like that. But the map, the concept of a map, reading it, maybe I will see if I interact with an object file and so on, the textures and all of that. Maybe it will grow into something else, but I think I'm close to being ready to offload the robot class. Not yet, but very soon. What else is missing here? The update camera, blah blah blah. Really has update camera with built-in modes. Interesting. So yeah, let's try to put the server on a different machine and see if I can connect to it. Does this work? Yeah, it seems like it does work. Kind of. How can I full screen this? Holy shit. There's no full screen? Guys, there's no full screen. fuck kind of... Okay, I'm not asking anymore. Oh, maybe because I need to go on Twitch. Let's go on Twitch. Yeah, it works. 1 hour and something. Okay, so let's try to do that. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out of the box or not. It would be nice if it did. Level 3 accurate, blah blah, open to this, blah blah. Abort mission. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I need to do this on the client side also, right? I need to move the controller on the client side. Interesting. How will I know the waypoints? I should know the waypoints because I know the current state when I press the button. That gives me the absolute position. Basically, I should be able to do whatever I'm doing on the server side right now on the controller, I can do on the client side. On the controller, I'm not moving it yet, though maybe I should have a to-do for that. Yeah, let's the controller. Yeah, that's one thing I need to do. Okay, let's try the server thing. Okay, so in order to do that, let's go to my Raspberry Pi and let's see if I can do anything about that. So go on code, git clone. Yeah. Git clone. Alright, I have this. And I go here. Can I do Python minus? Do I have Conda here? No. Not Python. I have Venv. Alright. Source of Venv. Deactivate. Install my server requirements. What's the chance of this just working? Pywheels. The fuck's a Pywheels? Oh, Raspberry Pi wheels. Interesting. This one is also interesting. What a chance of this working out of the box, because this is like a C++ crap. Look at that. OpenCV. thank God for like Python developers making sure. I mean, I'm praising too early, don't I? But so far, it seems like all of these are like ARM-based wheels, and it seems to work. RTB data, the fuck's an RTB data? Who knows? We'll find out. Alice.